In my opinion, Manchester United have to be in the market looking for a left winger this summer. I think we missed out on Semenyo. In this video, as you can see by the title, we'll be looking at three potential wingers that Manchester United could sign. Three names that you all probably know relatively well, and three very, very big football players. Now, in this video, we'll have a conversation, and yeah, let's get into it. So, Manchester United, as I mentioned at the start, need a left winger. I think Cunha, he's a decent player. But we know he has his limitations. Dorgu could potentially be used there. But I think if we are going to be in Europe, we're going to need a left winger to come in. Now, United have been linked to two of the three players, and the third one is just someone that I've thrown in there as a potential candidate. Now, the first player that's going to shock you is Vinicius Junior. Now, he has actually been linked with a move to Manchester United. It's not from the most credible sources, but there has been murmurs about him potentially leaving Real Madrid. He obviously, we talk about some stats as well. He obviously someone who is 26. He plays obviously for Real Madrid, has been there for a while. He has a contract till 2027, and if he doesn't renew it, Real Madrid want to sell him. Now again, United, I'm sure will happily take him. He does have quite a big ego, and he is someone who will probably be in the press a lot. But if you're looking at footballing ability, he's class. Premier League, so European experience, winning multiple Champions Leagues, played a lot against Premier League's teams. He's someone who could score a goal, get an assist, and towards the end we will talk about stats. But on Vinicius Junior, he's someone who does have a lot of good qualities about him, and he's someone who, for me, could this be a tactic to get him to sign a new deal? Potentially, but if we're talking about the player suitability for the Premier League, there's no doubt I think he's suited. He's someone who can get in behind, he can score goals, and again, he's someone who defensive work rate, I know is something that's not his greatest attribute, but he does definitely do it. I mean, to play for Real Madrid, you have to be doing it. So yeah, Vinicius Junior very well could be one of those that United potentially look at. The second one is Iliman Ndiaye. Now he's someone that I've talked about a lot on this channel. I've mentioned Ndiaye a lot. He's 26, plays for Everton in the Premier League. He could be potentially on the move. A lot of people have regarded him as being way better than Everton level, which, listen, Everton are a decent team. I think he is a player that does have better qualities than that. He's someone who can go on the left foot, on his right foot, score a goal, create chances, play gets you off your seat. And he's someone who, again, has started the Premier League. I think if you look at his profile, is he too similar to Cunha? Potentially, out of the three that I've linked, I think he is. But in terms of his quality, his availability, and I think his all-round talent is something that's fantastic. And again, he's got a few years left on his deal. Price is probably going to be ridiculous. Everton are going to want probably 80 million pound. I can't understand why. I think he's probably a 50 million pound player. But yeah, Ndiaye is definitely some of them. I'll talk about the stats later on. Just let me get through the three players. Now the last one is Leao. He obviously plays AC Milan. He's a very good player. He's a left winger. I mean, a few years ago there was talk about him being one of the best potential left wingers in Europe. I don't really know what happened, to be honest. I really do like Leao. I think he's a good player, and he's someone who, again, he hasn't been linked with a move to United, but he's someone that I would like at the football club. Now let's talk about some stats. Now these are some of the stats that I have looked at. So in terms of goals and assists, obviously that's something that's key, is a very key metric when you are going to be playing in the Premier League. Vinicius Junior, 16 goals, an assist, 11 goals, 5 assists. Ndiaye, 9 GA, 6 goals, 3 assists. And Leao, 11 GA, 9 goals, 2 assists. So they are players who do relatively get goals and assists. I mean, it is an important metric for any attacker. Goals and assists is obviously something that you're going to be measured on quite a bit. But I don't think it's a be-all, end-all. And I think if you look at, based on assists, you would go Vinicius Junior. But in Ndiaye, you look at, he's more creative player. Leao, someone who, again, more of a dribbler, more of a technician. But based on goals and assists, you'd have to probably go for Vinicius. Now, in talks of shots per game, this is clear for Vinicius Junior. 2.8 for Vinicius, 1.2 for Ndiaye, and 2.2 for Leao. Now, you have to look at sort of the teams that they are playing in. But Vinicius Junior is someone, he's playing for Real Madrid. They're going to get a lot of shots per game. And Vinicius Junior averaging just under 3 per game, which is something that's key as a striker. But yeah, shots are key. Now, the one stat that I really want to look at is crosses. One criticism of United's current wingers is they don't put enough crosses. Now, in the last few games, watching United, Cunha started putting in more crosses, so too Mbeumo. We have one of the tallest strikers in world football. He's very good in the air. I don't think we are playing to these strengths. Now, all three wingers Don't put in enough crosses. 0.3 for Vinicius Junior, 0.3 for Ndiaye, and 0.2 per 90 for Leao. So crosses is not really a main asset. And I don't think there's many wingers in world football that do put many crosses into the box. Really, I just don't think that's a thing of old. You look currently now, most wingers head down, trying to get a shot off. There's not many wingers that do play to the vocal number 9, and I think that's something that United needs, someone to play. Obviously you want them to go on the outside, but you need that balance of putting cross into the box, and in fairness I think United players do that, but crosses again is something that I think players need to improve on in the modern game. Now in terms of successful dribbles, 3 for Vinicius Junior, 2.3 for Ndiaye, 1.15 for Leao. Based on dribbles, Vinicius Junior is the best one, but there are some stats there. Now who would I go for is interesting. I'd probably go Ndiaye. I think he's the most realistic one that United can sign. I think he's someone who's, again, got a lot of very good qualities about him. He's got Prem experience, he's got energy, he's got availability, he's got quality. And I think he's someone who, again, could potentially be on the move to Manchester United, and I would take him. But there have been 3 left wingers that Manchester United could potentially sign this summer. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.